Hi guys, welcome to today's session, and today we are going to discuss about Indian Ocean region and its importance to India. In this session, we'll first see introduction about Indian Ocean region, then we'll discuss India's objectives in the Indian Ocean region, and then we'll discuss importance of Indian Ocean region for Indian security, and finally we'll discuss the SAGAR policy, that is India's policy of security and growth for all in the region for Indian Ocean region islands. So this is how I plan this session. Let's now start. So the Indian Ocean region has 51 coastal and landlocked states, namely 26 Indian Ocean rim states, 5 Red Sea states, 4 Persian Gulf states, and Saudi Arabia, France, Britain, and 13 landlocked states. And for critically important access waterways are Suez Canal, which is in Egypt, Bab el Mandab, that is Djibouti in Yemen border, and Strait of Hormuz, that is between Iran and Oman, and Strait of Malacca, which is between Indonesia and Malaysia. So that there are 4 critically important access waterways, and the major seaports are Chennai port, which is in India, Colombo port in Sri Lanka, Durban port in South Africa, Jakarta port in Indonesia, and we have Kolkata port and Melbourne port, Australia, Mumbai port, and also Richards Bay, which is in South Africa. And the strategic importance of Indian Ocean region is ever increasing to the world order in general and Indian subcontinent in particular. A secure IOR is key to ensuring security of India's national interest. The importance attached to sea lanes of communication security was first seen in India's stated aspiration to become a net security provider in the region. And in 2015, India started SAGAR policy, which is security and growth for all in the region, and making it the cornerstone of his engagement with Indian Ocean rim and island states. So that is a brief introduction about Indian Ocean region. Now we'll discuss what is India's objectives in the Indian Ocean region. So India's objective is mainly to spread its influence across the Indian Ocean region through trade and investment and diplomacy and strategic partnerships. And we have objective to upgrade relations with Africa, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia. These are regions that hold mineral deposit and energy reserves critical to India's economic growth and great power aspirations. And India wants to position itself to emerge as a dominant Indian Ocean power in the decades ahead, ensuring that China does not gain a significant strategic foothold in this region. And also, India wants to strengthen influence and control over Indian Ocean choke points through security relationships with key littoral states such as Singapore, Mauritius, and Oman. And as we all know, India imports about 70% of its oil through the Indian Ocean region to its various ports, and 90% of India's international trade by volume is dependent on sea. And India has been enhancing its strategic influence through the use of soft power by becoming a major foreign investor in regional mining, oil, gas, and infrastructure projects. So Indian Ocean region is a very important and pivotal region for our economic development and our great power aspirations. So these are the objectives of our country. Now we'll discuss what is the importance of Indian Ocean region for Indian security. So in that first point is energy security. Nearly 80% of India's crude oil requirement is imported, which are mostly routed through sea, taking into account the total oil imports by sea, offshore oil production, and petroleum exports. The country's cumulative sea dependence for oil is estimated to be about 93%, so which is a major portion. And so for that reason only, the Indian Ocean region is very important to keep India's oil routes safe. And then we have trade security. Today almost 95% of India's trade by volume and 68% of trade by value are routed via Indian Ocean, and any impediment to flow of commercial traffic would have disastrous ramification on India's economic objectives. And then we rely upon resources in the Indian Ocean region. That is, India depends heavily on Indian Ocean resources, and fishing and aquaculture industries are major source of export as well as providing employment to more than 14 million people. The securing presence in the IOR is important for India. And next point is security threats. That is, militarily, the presence of long coastline make India vulnerable to potential threats emerging from the sea. We know about the Mumbai attack. It is an example before us, and it was one of the most worst terrorist attack in the history of India. And India's nuclear installations. Coastal cities are at continuous threat from state and non-state actors. So thus keeping an eye on the sea is important. Then we have piracy issues. The presence of non-traditional threats like piracy, smuggling, illegal fishing and human trafficking also present major challenges, and hence a secure Indian Ocean is key to securing India's national interest. Multiple cases are reported in the past of drug smuggling near Gujarat coast, Mumbai coast, etc. So these are the points, which is why Indian Ocean region is important for Indian security. Now we will discuss the Sagar policy. Sagar is India's policy of security and growth for all in the region of IOR Islands, and it mainly aims to safeguard land and maritime territories and interest. Enhancing capacities to safeguard land and maritime territories and interest is a major focus under Sagar initiative. India has held multilateral naval exercise called Milan in Andaman and Nicobar Islands with 16 other countries, and in the rim of Pacific exercise called RIMPAC. So these are the initiatives to safeguard land and maritime territories and interest. Then we have deepening economic and security cooperation. The emergence of blue economy promises a new pillar of prosperity in the region with immense economic and employment potential. So it is important to engage with IOR in blue economy initiatives, particularly in the areas of marine biotechnology, exploration and sustainable exploitation of ocean mineral resources, sustainable fishing practices and harnessing of ocean energy, etc. And India is committed to extending port connectivity among the littoral states of Indian Ocean and beyond. Then we have cooperation on disaster management, promoting collective action to deal with natural disasters and maritime threats like piracy, terrorism, and emergent non-state actors is a goal under Sagar. India is proactive in providing assistance to littoral islands during disasters. We have several examples in the history, and India also wants to work towards sustainable regional development through enhanced collaboration. For that, India is targeting for re-energizing economic activity in our islands and our coastal areas. There is a renewed focus on strengthening marine research, developing eco-friendly marine industrial technologies, promoting sustainable fisheries, and also ensuring the protection of maritime environment. And 14 coastal economic zones being developed under Sagarmala project. And we are constantly engaging with other countries also beyond our shores with the aim of building greater trust and promoting respect for maritime rules, norms, and peaceful resolution of disputes is one of our goals under Sagar. So India is working on a range of projects to improve maritime logistics in Sri Lanka, Maldives, Mauritius, and Seychelles, and other initiatives which include the Kaladan transport project leading to Sitwe port in Myanmar, and the trilateral highway to Thailand, and the Chabahar port in project in Iran. All are adding to our engagement with other countries in strengthening our position in Indian Ocean region. So these are the major objectives and major initiatives under the Sagar project. So that is all about today, guys. This is a brief information about Indian Ocean region. Please study about this topic in detail. It's a very important topic. And thank you for watching this lesson. We'll meet tomorrow with another topic.